Well, good morning. Is anybody on the chat with me this morning? I'm waiting to see if I have a few friends join. This is the first time that I've gone live, and I welcome everybody in to my mid-morning coffee chat. I have coffee grounds in my morning coffee. Apparently, the filter folded over as it was brewing. So there's that. I look like alfalfa this morning. I have my bathrobe on because it's cool in my house. Trying to conserve some energy, keep the electric bill down. Where we are retired folks on a limited income, it helps a little bit to be frugal with the energy bill. I don't see anybody yet, so I'm not real sure what to talk about. But I have this cute little coffee cup that my son-in-law gave me for Christmas. Oh, I see Drew has joined the chat. Good morning, grandson. How you doing? It's nice to have one person on here. Let's see if we can get some more. Oh, we've got another person. Drew says, me and the kids are watching you on the big screen. Well, what do you know? I'm famous. Hey, Huxley. Hey, Finley. I love you. I don't know what to say. Are y'all having a good day? Drew's asking, how are the chickens doing today? Well, the chickens are fine. I got up this morning and I went outside to feed them, and they greeted me in the middle of the yard. And now they're outside scratching and digging and enjoying the backyard. And I'm very lucky that the dogs seem to leave them alone. They're not trying to chase them or kill them or anything, so we're doing good. Finley was dying laughing at Holly going on an adventure. Yes, she went on an adventure. I pulled up to the store and opened my door, and she shot out of the back seat and over my lap, and off she went. And I was watching her run around the parking lot, and then she decided to go over to Publix, and she was running around over at Publix, and then she decided to go over to the neighborhood Walmart, and she ran around there as I was standing by my car and watching, because I can't chase her. But she finally came back, and I was holding my breath because she was running through all the traffic, and I just knew she was going to get hit by a car. But thankfully, that didn't happen. They're in the bedroom right now, so they don't start barking. What you been up to, Finley? How are your chickens doing? Mine are getting big, and they're getting more chocolate. When they're very little, they look like they were black. Finley says nothing. He's got a little sickness, but the chickens are good and they're growing fast. Yeah, it'll be around May or June, and you'll start having some eggs. Probably June, maybe even July. Are you working today, Drew? Oh, you're about to go fishing. Well, bring me some fish. Do you catch and release, or do you eat what you catch? I'm looking sideways at the comment section of the screen. Yes, ma'am. He just catches and releases. Well, I guess that's a good thing because we can go to the grocery store to get our fish. We never know what's in homegrown fish. There might be some kind of chemical spill or something in the waters. Can you tell Finley about the bear story? What, when I was little and I came face to face with the bear? Yeah, that was pretty scary. So here goes. My heart starts racing every time I think about this because it really, really scared me bad. But we lived on a dirt road, and my grandparents' house was about a quarter of a mile, maybe an eighth of a mile from my house because we all lived on the farm property. And I had been at my grandparents' house taking care of my horses, and I was walking home and I started to kick this stone on the ground as I was on the road as I was going towards home. So I'm looking down, and there's trees on one side of the road, and then on the other side of the road, there's a field. And I was just taking my time, kicking the stone and watching where it goes, and then catching up to it again and kicking the stone. And I started hearing this grunting noise. And I thought, we don't have any pigs. Why do I hear a pig grunting? So I keep kicking the stone and I'm walking along, do to do to do to do to do. And the grunting got closer. And so I lifted my head and I looked up. And when I looked up, there was this big black bear looking me square in the eyes. And I screamed. My eyes got big like this. Ooh. And I screamed. And when I screamed, the bear stood up. So I just knew I was going to die. I knew he was going to attack me. And I started running as fast as I could up the driveway. Well, when I screamed, it scared the bear. And the bear screamed too. And he took off running into the woods. So when I got to my front door, I was so scared I couldn't even make the doorknob work. I was scratching at the front of the door. And I'm scratching and I'm calling for my mom and I'm calling for my mom, and she opens the door and I couldn't even speak. I was just shaking all over and sweating and just terrified, almost peeing my pants. So my mom got me in the house and she sat down with me and she held me in the rocking chair and she was rocking me back and forth and trying to get me to calm down so that I could talk to her and tell her what was going on. And after about 15 minutes, I could speak a little bit, and I just pointed and I said, "Bear, bear." So my mom got up and she went outside to look for the bear, and she couldn't find anything. And the neighbors were working in the woods. They were starting to build a house and they were building the foundation. So then the man that was building the foundation was talking to my mom and he said, "Oh, Robin just saw my jacket hanging in the tree. I have a black jacket and it's hanging right over there in the tree." Well, my mom came back in. She said they didn't see any bear, and I promised her I had seen a bear. So when my dad came home, we got in the truck and he went real slow on the road and was looking for bear prints. And I was still scared to death. I was like, "Oh my God, no, shut the door, shut the door." My dad was saying, "Robin, calm down, let me look." And he really did see bear tracks. And I really did see a bear, and I can picture it to today, and I still have the same reaction when I start talking about it. I get my anxiety level goes up, my heart starts racing, and thankfully I lived through it, and I think the bear probably did too. So there's that story, Finley. Have you ever had a scary story, Finley? Baby bird. Has that man ever found that baby bird? I think, Drew, you and Finley and Huxley are the only ones that are going to join the chat today. What do I look like on the big screen? Well, it says 2 people are in here. Let's see, did I miss somebody? Huxley said, "Grammy, can you hear me?" No, baby, all I can do is read the words that are coming on the chat. It's like a text. So I'm looking at my little counter for however many people are in the chat, and I've got 2 people in the chat. Welcome to South Carolina, urban South Carolina lady. My name's Robin. I'm glad to meet you. If you'd like to type a little bit in the chat and let me know who you are, where you're from, I'd appreciate it. What time are you going fishing, Drew? Tell the story about when we saw the car run off the road. Oh my goodness. That was an experience. So my grandson has a construction company where he does concrete, and occasionally I ride along with him, but at this particular time I was going most every day. And we're out in the country And Drew says, he grabs me and he says, Grammy, hold on. And I look up and there's this car coming at us and it swerves right in front of us and it hits the ditch and it bounces in the ditch and then it flips around and it does all kinds of acrobats in this ditch. And we were shocked. We were like, oh my God, what happened? So we stopped. And this girl climbs out of the truck or four-wheel drive Jeep SUV. And she just starts walking up the road. So we were like, are you okay? And she said, yeah, I'm headed to my grandpa's house. And I don't know how she wasn't hurt because the SUV bounced everywhere. It did a nosedive into the ditch. It did a jump, a leap out of the ditch. It flipped around a couple of times. If it had been me, I'd have been broken. I wouldn't have been able to walk down the road. But you know what's crazy is every time Drew and I go out together, there's there's something just really crazy happens to both of us. And we wonder why we wonder why things happen. But one day we're riding along and we come to this intersection and there's a blanket under the stop sign, kind of tucked into the bushes. And excuse me, I have to cough. So my grandson stops and I'm like, what are you doing? He said, I think there's a body. Grammy, I think there's a body in the bushes. And he gets out and he's sneaking up to this blanket. And I got my window down and I'm like, Drew, be careful. We don't really need to find a dead body. We've got work to do. And just as he gets up to this blanket that's on the side of the road that looks like there's a dead body in it, out pops a head, and this man sits up. And Drew says, oh, okay, man, I was just checking to see if you were all right. I'll be on my way now. So he gets into the truck and we're both shaking because we didn't expect there to be a live person sleeping on the side of the road underneath a stop sign in the middle of where we were at. But we made a phone call and had the police come out and check to make sure that the man was okay. So we did our good deed for that day. So let's see, I had 3 people on and then someone bounced off. So it's hard for me to see. The words are tiny. So I'm having to lean over like this and look real close. Well, I hope you guys have a good time fishing. I don't see anybody else joining the chat, so I'm going to call this a good one. I've been on here for 20 minutes. Maybe the internet will catch up to me and I'll have a few more people join, but I do want to welcome the one person that's not Drew. Apparently they're listening. They're not typing, but they're listening. And I want to wish y'all to have a great day. And I'll see you soon. I'm going to say goodbye for now, and we'll try this again next week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.